What's going on, folks? RazorMP here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a look at the Derya DY9 Island, a 9mm pistol that brings competition-style features like an island barrel and top-mounted ports into an affordable package. Now, this one was sent to me directly by Derya for review, so big thanks to them for making this possible. That said, as always, the thoughts you'll hear are my own, straightforward and unbiased. This is another polymer Glock-S pistol out of Turkey, and like a lot of Turkish imports, they can be hit or miss. So I'll be interested to see how this one actually performs on the range. Now, before we dive in, a huge thank you to my member subscribers. Your support keeps this channel independent and keeps the ammo rolling and lets me keep reviews like this straight shooting. Big thanks as always to G-Code Tactical for keeping my range kit squared away. And of course, Scottsdale Tactical for their continued support. And to all my viewers, don't forget you can always find a complete parts list, affiliate info, and more over at my website at www.razormp.com or by scanning this convenient QR code right up here that I put on screen. Now, quick disclaimer before we get into the details, this video is for educational review purposes only. All shooting was conducted in a safe and controlled environment, and everything here is in compliance with federal, state, and local laws, as well as YouTube's ridiculously stupid community guidelines. Nothing here is an endorsement for the sale of firearms or accessories, just my personal evaluation and experience. Alright, let's talk about the Derya DY9 Island. This pistol is marketed as a mainstream game changer, bringing the island barrel design, once seen mostly on high-end competition pistols, into an accessible $599 Scooby Snacks package. The barrel has 4 top-mounted gas ports that vent straight up, cutting muzzle rise significantly and letting you stay flatter in rapid fire. The concept here is shifting mass forward into the barrel and keeping the slide lighter. That lighter slide combined with the ports means quicker cycling, less flip, and faster target acquisition. And in the fixed front sight, which stays put during recoil, and you got a pistol that helps keep your focus locked where it needs to be. On top of that, Derya cut the slide for an RMR pattern optic, and because it's a direct mount, I'm able to co-witness with the stock sights, and that's a real nice touch at this price point. You know how I love it when manufacturers do that. Now let's talk ergonomics. The grip feels solid with interchangeable back straps, so you can dial in the fit to your hand. That flared magwell not only speeds up reloads, but being removable also helps keep your hand anchored on the gun. Personally, I wish Derya had carried the texturing higher up on the frame since I prefer a more aggressive grip, but the coverage that's there does its job. The deep slide serrations are excellent, plenty of bite when you need to rack the gun, and the slightly ramped textured spot on the frame gives your offhand thumb a natural place to ride to manage recoil. The slide undercut under the trigger guard adds just enough clearance for a higher grip, and the 2-slot pick rail up front gives you flexibility for lights or lasers. The trigger feels very Glock-like, breaking right around 4.5 pounds. The reset is short, and once you hit the wall, there's no mush, just a crisp, clean break every time. As for the sights, I like the rear fiber optic, but I prefer a different front post. And yes, I know the gas ports will foul up any bright front sight, and that's likely why they went with this style. But hey, a boy can dream, can't he? That said, because the optic cut is a direct RMR mount, I'm able to co-witness with the stock sights, which is a big plus. On the magazine side, Derya ships with 3 15-round mags, and it'll also run standard Glock 19 pattern magazines, so compatibility isn't an issue. Now, let's see how it does out on the range. For my time on the range, the DY9 Island definitely delivered on reduced muzzle rise. The ports vent gas effectively, and with the 9mm recoil already manageable, the design makes it feel even lighter. Now, what stood out to me though, it's rare that I see porting like this come straight from the factory. I've seen chunk ports here and there, but not these inline ports like you see here. That's usually something saved for aftermarket work, not something you see show up stock on many polymer pistols. Maybe I'm wrong. If you know of others that come this way direct from the factory, drop them in the comments because I like to check them out. I do think Bull Armory is about to drop a unified axe version soon. Previously, we've seen axe variants like the Cleaver, Tomahawk, and Hatchet, but it looks like they're bringing everything under one umbrella, and if I recall correctly from SHOT Show earlier this year, they'll be offering an inline ported version as well. That's going to be real interesting to see how it compares against something like the Derya. Now at 599 Scooby Snacks, this pistol undercuts a lot of competition guns that use similar tech. I mean, you're not going to get the same hand-fitted refinement you'll see out of a Staccato or an Atlas, but that's not the point really. This thing makes the Island barrel setup available to just about anyone. So here's the bottom line. If you want to dip into competition style features without dropping a mortgage payment, the Derya DY9 Island's worth a look. I'll keep running it and report back if durability becomes a concern, but so far it's holding up better than expected. That's it for today's review. Let me know what you think of the Derya DY9 Island down in the comments. Would you run in one of these ported island setups or stick to a more traditional slide? As always, if you enjoyed this review, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, check me out on Instagram at razor.mp. And don't forget, you can find my full parts list and affiliate info at www.razormp.com. As always, I'll see you on the high ground or on the next video.